Proverbs chapter 29. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. It says the righteous, when the righteous increase, when that happens, the people rejoice. But when the wicked rule, the people groan. We should look to put godly people in places of power and authority when we vote, when we select people for school boards, whenever PTA or PTO or any of those abbreviations, when we're voting for people in public office. We need to know that whenever we do that, man, we're going to rejoice. But when someone gets in, they're not a person of integrity, they're not a person of honesty, then, man, we're going to groan, we're going to regret it. And then as we look here in verse 7, it says, a righteous man knows the rights of the poor. So Solomon, again, he's talking to his son, and he's urging him to be a righteous man. And in those occasions, listen, you're going to know the rights of the poor. But the wicked man, he does not understand such knowledge. He just doesn't get it. That we need to treat people with dignity and respect no matter their background. Verse 11, man, I found this so helpful. A fool gives full vent to his spirit, but the wise quietly hold it back. You don't always have to say everything that comes to your mind. In fact, oftentimes we'll be a lot better off if we just put our hand over our mouth and we're quiet. But a fool, man, it says it gives, full vent to whatever they're feeling in their spirit. Whatever they're thinking comes out their mouth and they say everything. But a wise man quietly holds back. He shows restraint. She shows restraint in what she's saying. Verse 15, there's a rod for reproof that gives wisdom. That we need to be people that discipline our children, that we discipline those that we're supervising at work, and that there are consequences to our actions. There has to be boundaries put in place. Boundaries are for our benefit and for human flourishing. And when people cross those boundaries, there has to be consequences. That's the rod here he's talking about. This rod and reproof. Reproof is correction. And if you do that, you'll give them wisdom. And then verse 18. And this is one you've heard probably most of your life if you've been in church for a long time. Verse 18, this is the ESV version, says, where there is no prophetic vision, the people cast off restraint. But blessed is those who keep the law. Now, what we're talking about here in this passage, what is prophetic vision? What's the Bible? It's the Word of God. And where you don't have the Bible, where you don't have the Word of God, you don't have the order that God places upon us in terms of what's right, what's wrong. Well, in those situations, man, people just cast off restraint. They'll just do whatever they want to do. As it says in the book of Judges, everybody did what was right in their own eyes. But blessed is he who keeps the law. So vision here is not, as some people will misinterpret this text, vision is not like something that a church might have or a business might have. This is our vision. This is what we want to accomplish. No, the vision spoken of here is the Word of God, the prophetic Word of God that has no mixture of error, and it guides us in all truth and all righteousness. And when you don't have the Bible, people do whatever they want.